Alright, what's up YouTube? Today I have a different style of video for you guys. It's actually going to be me looking over a game that we had on stream, but we're actually going to be fast forwarding it for a little bit so it's not as long. So it's just going to be me looking over the game. And as you guys can tell from the title, we will be playing the BeyBlade Divinity build. So if you guys aren't familiar with BeyBlade Divinity, it's basically just a Divinity build with swordsman as your main carry, so it'd be pretty cool to see. But I do believe that swordsman and God of War recently just got nerfed as of like the most recent maintenance, so I'm not sure if this build's still going to be as strong, but before the patch this was easily the best build in the game, if not one of the best builds in the game. So go ahead, get started here. We did pick up an early God of War and an early Goddess of Light, so already looking like a pretty solid Divinity start there. Let me actually not click real quick. Alright, we're looking through our items and we actually saw we do have a pole staff, so yeah, we got the main items. We just didn't have a target on who to put it on. You can argue that you can put your mana item on the Desperate Dock, but I don't know. I mean, sure, for early game, but I think there may be a better target for it. And look at that, high rolling the Goddess of Light round 5, and we even have an extra pair of Goddess of Light. So I'm like, man, let's just try to 3-star this thing. I think we're high rolling Goddess of Light. So I do go ahead, pick up that pole staff, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on the Soul Breaker just for that tempo. You know, we want to make use of our items, but we don't want to commit to a piece we're gonna keep. We know we're gonna keep the Desperate Doctor, and we're not going to keep the Soul Breaker, so why not just throw the pole staff on the Soul Breaker since we're going to delete it later anyways. Alright, luckily we've been losing the past 2 rounds, but we do have Priest, so we're not taking too much damage here. Alright, we picked up the Shining Dragon. Do we choose to level here? No, we actually chose not to level. Interesting. Maybe we're thinking of maintaining a lose streak. Yeah, because we lost every round so far, so... Oh, and there's a fortune teller. Do I want double priest? Yeah, we're going double priest lose streak in here. Don't want to take any damage. Why not? Yeah, refusing to level. We're just kind of staying at 4 and trying to build some eco here. So we're trying to lose this one by a very small margin if we can. Well, it wasn't by a small margin, but we do have double priest, so all is good. Alright, we picked up another God of War and the Grand Herald, so on our way to 4 Divinity here. Alright, still not opting to level, so I do want to maintain our lose streak here. Alright, and I think we killed a few units there, but not too much. Oh, there we go. Getting the God of War upgrade and a Shining Dragon. And I'm curious, a Shining Dragon actually does a lot of damage early. So yeah, we delete the Shining Dragon, we delete the Soul Breaker, and we're putting the Pulse on the Shining Dragon. It's an upgrade, and now I don't think I want to be on a lose streak anymore. It's time to start winning. Oh, but I mean, it wasn't the worst though. We keep our lose streak and we lost by a very small margin. We still had Priest in there, so all good, all good. Some more pairs of the God of War. I'm down. We're taking that. And at that point I was like, dude, do we want to make Shining Dragon 3-star? Because if you guys notice, like every Shining Dragon is always like near the top of the damage when it comes to Divinity. Like it's always really up there. Especially with like a mana item like Pole Staff. Imagine 3-star Shining Dragon and 4 Divinity. I feel like it would be strong. And oh my god, more Goddesses of Light. Yeah, it's looking good, looking good. Somehow we're still on our lose streak. If you guys can tell on the leaderboard, we're actually at 30 gold already, round 11. So pretty good streak here. I don't necessarily want to keep my lose streak. You can do that, but I feel like we have the upgrades where it's kind of just time to start winning now. Look to save some health here, pressure the rest of the lobby a bit. And there it is, swordsman. You can't play BeyBlade without swordsman. So let's see, I'm pretty sure we picked swordsman up. I would imagine swordsman and maybe drop teller, fortune teller, since we're not really looking to commit to that loss streak. Alright, we do pick up the swordsman. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and add him in there. I think at this point in the game, I wasn't too sure what kind of divinity build we were gonna go for. I was actually considering like divinity mage, since we did hit the shining dragon, but I've been curious. I really did want to try this BeyBlade build out. It's basically swordsman 3-star with 4 warlock, and you activate the 4 warlock the same way you would activate 4 divinity with the wizards, so you get like double the value there. And there it is, another goddess of light, another grand herald. Yeah, it's looking like quite the high road divinity. And we even got the pink goddess of light. It's the new skin. It's looking pretty nice here. Alright, the goddess of light just disarming everyone. And shining, just backing them up, just throwing out that damage. Alright, another pair of swordsmen. Oh, some god of war, some desperate dogs. Alright, let's reposition for wolves here. Yeah, we took out the herald because it wasn't giving us more divinity, and it doesn't do anything against creep round since it can't steal an ability. So yeah, desperate dog definitely better there. I'm curious to see what we get out of wolves here. Oh, and we get another pole staff. Alright, great mage game coming out. And we hit the soul reaper, so now we get warlock. It's the first step in making sure we get our 4 warlock build online. We got 2 warlocks right now, and a desperate doc upgrade. Desperate doctor and 4 divinity just does so much CC, and pair that up with a grim touch, it's just nutty. If you guys ever seen grim touch into desperate doc, it's absolutely insane. We may be able to see it this game, we'll see. Alright, Grand Herald and the Swordsman coming out. Let's go. Swordsman upgrade just always feels so good. So at this point I'm debating, do I want to delete the Shining Dragon and get that pole staff on our Swordsman? Just because you want your Swordsman to start spinning as fast as possible, because with 4 Divinity, that Swordsman just doesn't stop spinning. Even as you see here, we only have 2 Divinity and he's barely stopping spinning. So yeah, as soon as he can get that first spin off, it's just looking so good. But as I mentioned earlier, this is getting nerfed. They are changing the animation to Swordsman ult, so he won't be able to infinitely ult like he is going to be doing in this game, which is the whole BeyBlade part of the build. But I would imagine this build's still pretty strong. We'll have to test it out after the nerfs though. But I just couldn't resist without putting a nice BeyBlade Divinity on our channel, you know? It's just such a fun build, like almost game breaking build really. Like it kind of just broke the game. Alright, what are we digging for? Yeah, we're looking, the unit type when a 3-star this game is obviously Goddess of Light, since we already have 2 stars of it. You need God of War 3-star because it's your main tank and you need to be tanky for the rest of your units to cast. And then we need Swordsman 3-star. It's going to be our main carry, so those are the units we'll be looking for. I was considering the Storm Shaman because Storm Shaman in Divinity is super strong, but the problem is since we already are running the Swordsman, we can't run Storm Shaman or it's going to cancel the Divinity buff for our Swordsman. And we gotta let him spin, so unfortunately, no Storm Shamans in this build. Alright, easy work of round 20. What do we get? We get a hammer. Okay. Ooh, Tortorla Elder. Mages? Nah. Alright, more Goddess of Light. I was considering Siren. Alright, Swordsman. And a Devastator. Oh my god. That's a pole staff target right there. Yep. There we go. Devastator does so much in 4 Divinity. He gets off so many bombs if you have like a proper front line. I think I've seen it where he goes off like 4 bombs. It's absolutely nuts the damage that comes out from Devastator. Alright, another God of War, more swordsman. I'm down. Alright, enough rolling. We do gotta work. Alright, so we dropped the Herald because again, we still don't have 4 Divinity. We have not found that Grim Touch. So just add more frontline with God of War. Make sure we have enough time for our units to cast here. And going up against an Insectoid build right here. But not enough for the swordsman spins. Even with just 2 Divinity right now. So we desperately need Grim Touch actually. When we go ahead and make the steel plate on our swordsman, we want to make sure our swordsman's living. Alright, and there's our last warlock. We do need 3 warlocks and then the wizards, and we'll be all good for 4 warlock. So we picked up that Venomancer there. Alright, and swordsman go, but he does get taken down there by the sniper. Alright, so another swordsman. So yeah, at this point I just delete the shining dragon, put the pulse app on swordsman, and just add another swordsman too. So double God of War, double swordsman 2-star, and a devastator with a pulse stab. We're doing alright so far. We are doing alright. Yeah, bomb there, just destroying. Alright, now we desperately need this Grim Touch here. We need to activate 4 Divinity just for everything to be so much stronger. Another swordsman. We definitely, I'll be honest with you guys, we definitely high rolled this game. We high rolled the Goddess of Light early, and we're kind of high rolling the swordsman a bit. But it is what it is. It's still a super fun game. So I did want to showcase it to you guys. So this is what we're missing. We're missing the 2 wizards. Herald's on our bench. We need Grim Touch. And then we need the last warlock. So we need 3 more pieces into our build. So that would require removing the extra God of War, removing the swordsman, and then leveling up to put in another units, because we need 3 in there. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna level here, and we lose creep round, still get the Curious. Like, come on, so lucky there. Alright, get the Soul Reaper, God of War progress. Alright, oh, Dark Spirit, so we no longer need the Venomancer. Throw Dark Spirit in there, but still no Grim Touch. Where's our 4 Divinity at? We have like such a strong team, we just don't have 4 Divinity activated. And getting taken down by an Axe of Fury, Venomancer, and Kira build. Rough. Alright, Grim Touch. Oh, Devastator. A Devastator 2-star. Oh my god. And the Grim Touch. Dude, absolutely nutty there. So we go ahead, add the Grim Touch and the Devastator 2-star. 4 Divinity officially online. Let's see how we do here. Alright, 1 Devastator bomb, 2 Devastator bombs. Alright, and cleaning up Dark Spirit. Alright, so we have 4 Divinity online. It's all about just finishing our build here. We're 1 off from Goddess of Light. We're 2 off from Swordsman and 1 off from God of War. Oh, and we hit the egg. What are we gonna egg? We did have the option to egg Goddess of Light or God of War, but I really wanted to prioritize Swordsman, so I end up locking this turn, and we're just gonna keep rolling to see what we hit, to see if we can save the egg and to make the 3-star of something else we don't hit. I didn't want to rush the egg there. Alright, we get the Grim. Alright, we got the God of War, so we keep the egg. And we do have a Dark Spirit, so maybe we keep it for potential Dark Spirit 2-star. But right now, I would definitely use the egg on the Swordsman if we find it. It's just a matter of time. Alright, and who needs the eggs with rolls like this? 3-star Goddess of Light, 3-star Swordsman coming out, and we get to keep the egg. This was an absolutely OP game for us, like so busted. And we have Barbaric Curious on our Swordsman 3-star carry. Like, are you serious right now? Absolutely nutty game. Alright, and I think, I'll be honest guys, I think the game is just over from here. Like, I don't know what builds would stop this. I know Hunters have been seeing some success, and even Insectoid builds have been seeing some. But we're so strong for round 31. Our Devastator 2 gets doomed there, but our Swordsman does not stop spinning. BeyBlade Divinity officially online. Let's go. Yeah, just pay attention to the swordsman when it starts spinning. I know it's like a little fast forward, but you can still get the gist of it. You'll see the BeyBlade action going. You gotta let it rip. All right, swordsman spinning. The answer of will it stop spinning or not is never. It never stops spinning. All right, so we have full build. We have our 3 stars. Let's just go to 10. Add in one more unit. Probably maybe another CC. Maybe we're looking for like Siren 2-star, maybe even Scryer to cap out our build. It'd be pretty good here. Any legendary really. I'll throw in another Devastator. Scryer is good too. Yeah, Swordsman, Devastator 2-star, just completing our build, just making it so powerful. And you see there, you see an Insectoid build coming out. So we got Goblin, we got Insectoid, and we got Hunters left, I've been seeing. Let's see who can stop our Swordsman carry. Alright, going up against Insectoid here, but Swordsman starts spinning. And with 4 Warlock and Divinity, his spins just keep healing over and over and over. And even with the Curious, he's just not taking any damage. He's like infinitely healing, outputting all the damage. Goddess of Light disarming 4 targets every time, while Swordsman just keeps on spinning. It's just such an OP build. Whether it's still going to be OP after the nerfs, we'll have to test out, but I would imagine it's still a strong build. Alright, final 4 situation here. Alright, we do go to 10. What do we want to add here? What do we find? Alright, there's a Siren. We could take a Siren. Ooh, and we actually throw in the Doom. So what the crazy thing about Doom here is it actually cancels out our demon Divinity. So Grim Touch and Doom both get Divinity. So Grim Touch with the ult, and then Doom proccing a bunch of Doom ults on people, and it gives us the 3 warrior buff with God of War, Doom, and Swordsman. So making our Swordsman tankier with armor, and then our God of War tankier with armor. So this is actually one of the best builds in the game. It like just works so perfectly with everything. We don't even need, like, if they didn't change how Divinity work with races and stuff like that, this would still work because you're running double demon. So nothing is being canceled out here. You're not like cheesing anything from the new Divinity change. This is just a legit 4 Divinity build here. I think at this point we get our Doom 2. We're working towards Desperate Doctor 3-star if it wants to show up. I don't think we need the Siren anymore on our bench. I may just drop it. The Doom 2 pretty much sets us in with that one being our last unit. Alright, Doom, and you saw there, Doom actually procced a bunch of times on people. Oh, God of Thunder, but normally if you're gonna put God of Thunder in the build, you want to drop like Goddess of Light, because you do want to keep the wizards just so you activate the 4 Warlock as well. So in this case, we had a Goddess of Light 3-star, so I don't think we can actually fit Zeus in here, unless you want to drop wizards, but no, I really don't. And we actually lose to assassins there, taking us down. So it comes down to a 1v1. We got BeyBlade Divinity versus assassins. So I do start putting some of my warriors in the back. We need some tanks in the back just to mitigate some of those early crits from those sins. So you'll see a little bit, you'll see soon how I really tuck in the God of War in the back line to help tank those sins. Alright, creep round's easy when Swordsman's doesn't stop spinning, so. Alright, go ahead and pick out Super Halberd, which is the main counter to Sin, so. One of the best items we could have hit there. And this was before they fixed the whole item bug, so our items were absolutely nuts this game. We got a Curious and a Super Halberd, like, come on. We got so lucky. But look at the Abyssal items. He has an Infuse and a Curious. Like, what in the world? So he also got some great items. So we're going to go ahead and reposition here. And like I said, we're tucking our God of War in the back to help prevent some damage from those sins. Alright, so we got Dark Spirit 2-star. We'd get the use out of the egg eventually. I was thinking like maybe Devastator 3-star or maybe another Devastator 2-star. But I don't think it would happen. Alright, looking good so far, but he did win on his board, so he's getting some nice crits. Yeah, look at those items on the Abyssal Crawler. Alright, and if you notice in this fight, the Goddess of Light never even got to proc. It just got critted so hard, and against assassins, you want to see that 4 disarm coming out. So I make some adjustments on the Goddess of Light positioning to see if we can kind of protect it a bit more from assassins. Yeah, we move the Goddess of Light up. So instead of it being towards the back where the assassins can crit it, we're kind of protecting it a bit more. So you'll see in this fight, it actually gets to get off a bunch of disarms, which is so critical when facing sins. Yep, and absolutely destroying in that last fight. It was a bit fast forward there, but as always, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And this was a new style of video, so let me know if you'd like to see more of it in the future. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, everyone.